Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Please finding Rising Afterbirth Plus. Not challenges, it's that muscle memory, dude. You know, after a long greed run, greedier even, we should probably do a shorter one. I should give you the seed as well. PGM for CPXD. Added benefit from being Azazel is that, I mean, first off, we can fly, so we can get all this stuff without spending consumables. I mean, you know all the parameters of Azazel at this point, but, you know, there's some stuff that's somewhat unique to greed mode, I suppose. Like, not having to spend consumables on that is worth a little bit more in this. And plus, you know, just to make it even, I think I'll locomote into that fire right there. Range is very important, but the other advantage, beyond the incredibly high damage Brimstone Beam that also has a good rate of fire now, is, we haven't beaten greed with Azazel, which means there's no, like, donation hangover. If I may coin a term that, you know, if you want to use it in your own life, please pay me 5 cents per instance. Because it's real good. Baby, it's worth it. That means if we get to 99 cents, which is not out of the question when you consider the fact that, you know, we're dealing with a character who starts stronger than any other character in the game. Probably. Forgotten might be close, and has a little bit of an advantage at range, for sure, but we will, we should be able to donate all of it. We didn't get too burned on the Maggie run. Like, we donated less than we would think we would be able to on an average run, given a 1 point whatever % rate of, the machine breaking, but it wasn't like, you know, we had 99 cents and a 1% chance and it was like, boop, 1 cent, you're done. So I try to keep it in perspective. This actually means we buy no keys for the rest of the run, which seems extremely worth it. And, I mean, Deadeye is wonderful. If things go really well... Wait, does Deadeye even do anything as Azazel? Apparently not. Never mind. That's unfortunate, because normally it's a good item. I mean, we got into the room without paying 5 cents, so I'm a very happy man. We spend... I mean, we'll spend a penny per room, but come on. It's better. It's basically saving 4 cents per room for us to walk in. Plus, we got 5 cents back when we purchased the item in the first place, but... Gotta be honest with you. Big fan of playing Azazel in Greedier, when the game itself is like, hey, here's a first floor champion Mega Fatty as your, you know, second to last boss. So any perception of fairness that I had, like, oh no, I don't feel good about playing Azazel, he's too easy. Well, the game kind of tried to ambush me there, so I'm not, no use crying over spilt milk there as far as I'm concerned. This guy is in a lot of trouble. We will be looking for Dad Brimstone. All things considered, you can't be too mad about that. You know, we end up picking up 14 cents. Huge head start for the next floor. And on top of that, a couple of extra demon hearts we can use to advance our ideals here. Alright, first red heart. Doorstop. Not sure if that's worth anything at all. Bursting sack. I'll echo my earlier concern. I'm not sure that's worth anything at all. Now, is an interesting prospect. Do you use your money to buy very basic... Tammy's head. I apologize for that terrible sound. Tammy's head is absurdly good for us. I am gonna buy range upgrades. I don't know... We're gonna feel bad about having purchased the range upgrades if we end up getting a huge range upgrade from a different source, or if we end up getting, you know, the regular Brimstone. But the odds of that happening, well, not even, you know, like under 20% are not necessarily good. You know, we got to take care of ourselves first. Now, in case it's not abundantly clear, Tammy's head is a real good pickup. I would like to kill enemies in here to get Tammy's head back. No such luck. Well, I think we just move on. I don't actually... Plus we had Tammy's head anyway, I am a fool. I don't actually think we desire toothpicks at this point. I think we need something... We have to be smart about this, because we do have... Well, at least we've unlocked it. I still have no idea more or less what Glyph of Balance does, but And at least we'll tick it off the collection page. I thought it was something like if you have... I always get it confused with the equality trinket. We need to think long-term. Because every wave, including waves with bosses, destroyed. Nothing to worry about. But greed and ultra greed still, I'm not going to say they screw us, but they cause us problems. One of the things we can do to try to mitigate that is maybe get like a nun's habit or something like that, so that we can use Tammy's head more frequently. Tarot cloth, I think, is worth buying, mostly just on a lark, but... Money? I'll take it. Hey. Justice. Not really paying for itself, but pretty close. And the world card, of course, useless. Anyway, yeah, let's head down to the next floor, but I'm also going to look up what Glyph of Balance does, which I know I've done before, but it's been a while. Glyph of Balance. Gives 2 soul hearts, modifies drops from champions. Ah, that's right. I remember now. Depending on what the parameters are, you can force enemies to drop, like, specific consumables, I think, including spirit hearts. Jar of Flies is interesting, but not nearly good enough to replace Tammy's head as a Zazel. And that was basically a waste of our time. We're so small, I can't figure out how to locomote here. Alright, so we'll finish off these waves. And, I mean, truth be told, I would probably rather get deals with the devil than deals with the angel. But there's always the chance. I mean, of course, like, Brimstone's #1, but I try... These days, I try to be a little bit more min-maxy about it. Not just because this is my 3rd time going through this, but because, you know, my end goal in Isaac, I want to bust off like a 250 streak. I think it's not out of the question, you know, if I play with a lot of focus, that it could happen. I mean, a couple of years ago, we managed to get to a triple-digit streak. We should be better. Is the game easier? I don't know. I actually think Isaac's gotten modestly harder, but that shouldn't necessarily impact us all that much. So just to have like a little bit of that min-max spirit inside of myself, I think it's worth something. But I will always, you know, if they give me a deal with the angel and I have a bomb and my damage is not horrible, I will take them up on the offer of going to deals with the angel instead. So Triska Deca, whatever it is, I don't think is particularly... I mean, I think it does nothing for us, really, which is apparently a common refrain as a Zazel lately. Never gonna be mad at Isaac developers for that. You know, there's so many bespoke synergies for so many items and characters in the game. Sure, some of them don't work. Oh well. How do I know triskaidekaphobia? Well, it's one of those things, if you watch like a lot of Jeopardy. Just comes up. It's one of those phobias you want to know. Sure, I'll grab HP plus tears. If you think you're ever going to have to answer a trivia question. It's the fear of the number 13. Comes up at every bar trivia night in Earth's history. Alright. We're on the womb already. Book of Sin gives us a retrovision pill. Haha. Another tears upgrade. We're at the cap apparently, so good to know. At least we got the intel that we're at the cap, so we don't have to spend for tears upgrades. Range, I would probably still make an effort to look for, but range is so good. It helps us out in literally every situation, including, you know, rooms where there's enemies far away. We could make our own, and I've never thought about this, we could make our own range upgrade in some ways by just having really, really high speed, because, you know, the beam has a good sustain on it. Wow, it hit twice by the same enemy as Zazel. You get hit 3 times, you know, your brain starts to send you a message, and the message is like, oh no, it's all falling apart. I don't believe that. I think we are as confident as we've ever been. Certainly hopeful for maybe a higher caliber of payout from a future deal with the Angel. Or Devil, which is still, like, not even unlikely. It's like a 29% chance or something. Alright, we just had to... We made the decision to stand still there, and I'm glad we did. The only other thing I want to say right now is the run is good. You're going to think that this is an absurd statement. It's obviously better than good, but it's worse than it looks. It's extremely great against enemies. Against super bosses, and I mean, you're noticing how little damage I'm doing against freaking Loki here. Against bosses, it's a little jacked up. We could use a high damage item. A great tier effect for Azazel, like homing tiers, something along those lines. Like, I'm not saying we should be one-tapping Azazel. Or one-tapping Loki, I should say. Would you go a one-tapping Loki with me as we shoot and we charge and we pray for a good devil deal? That took way longer than I ever could have expected, and it's still not done. There we go. Another Angel deal. Well, no real reason to fight y'all now, but I'm happy for a free HP upgrade, but it's still pretty weak in the whole scheme of things. Alright, let's think wisely. I do think speed is worth something. I don't know if it's worth the 15 cents we paid for it, but we're feeling kind of crunched. So I'm willing to give it a shot. And finally, I do see, I see the value in Battery Baby, I suppose. The idea being, freezing enemies is one thing, and it's worth something. But the real value is definitely it giving us extra charges to use Tammy's Head, which is like by far our most economical damage dealer. We have no money, that's right, we can't enter that room yet. So we get more HP, not really the kind of upgrade we're looking for at the present moment. Puberty's an okay pill, Retrovision of course. Bad Trip is a great pill that actually might end up, you know, being worth its weight in gold. It's alright, we'll just focus on these guys real quick. Now that we have 1 cent, thank you Battery Baby, we actually can go into our item room as well. There's no, I mean, I was gonna say there's no reason, but that's not really the way that it works. You can't be super excited about the idea of fighting a very tanky boss like Ultra Greed when you're fighting a few ragmans and they're giving you trouble at this stage of the game. Relic, again, is actually super nice, very helpful. Just not quite, you know, the sort of GG engine we're looking for. And I would call it, at this point, I think we do not have a win. As much as Tammy's Head Brim is more or less a guaranteed win in the regular version of the game, Greed Mode, slightly different parameters and enough to make you think twice. At least for now. Why stand there? Muscle memory on those new enemies still a little under the weather. And I'm just running into enemies, making some subpar decisions. I love that. Okay. It'd be a great floor to get a great deal with the Angel, or to buck our deal with the Angel trend, pick up a deal with the Devil. Particularly a deal with the Devil. At this point, if we're at the rate of fire cap, I'm not going to ask for tears. You know, we don't need that kind of, you know, soy milk style run. What we could use is a substantial damage upgrade. Let's see what we get for our... Whoop! Okay, pop up, pop up. We got 2. I can live with that. Fighting one of these guys should not be that bad. Substantial damage upgrade or such an unbelievable defense upgrade as to make, you know, the rest of the game trivial. Relic could be that, but I think we need something almost a little bit more game-breaky. Come on. Come on. There we go. 3 of these guys. Should never be hit on them. Yet another deal with the angel. Very good. Crown of Light is an awesome item. It does, I mean, we gotta try, right? And it worked. It does get worse if we get hit, obviously, but for now, this is insanely great. So what do? Well, I mean, I would like to see if there's a bomb. Is there a bomb for sale? Nah. So we saved 2 of diamonds, and we popped 2 of diamonds, essentially at like our last available moment. Try to get as much money as possible, buy whatever items we need to succeed here, and then win the game, and don't even worry about the, don't even worry about donations. Donations are very, very secondary to what we're trying to do right now, which is just secure a win. Not every run can, you know, be what it needs to be here. Wow, that was, I mean, very good, but simultaneously, a little unexpectedly early. Blow up these guys first, just try to maximize our income. I don't really want to buy a range upgrade. Very bad. Step on the button. Honestly, why step on the button? I want Crown of Light. We shouldn't be taking damage in those situations. And we're going to get to 99 cents regardless, or we're going to get close at least. Leave. Re-enter. Okay. Wall Masters. Another fairly annoying enemy, to be honest. Strong plays. I don't mind leaving a couple baby spiders alive, except if we can kill this one, good. All the other enemies are gonna, like the annoying boys right there, all got de-instanced. Great news for me. That felt great. Okay. Start stepping. I do hate the fact that we lost Crown of Light there, but I mean, you're familiar with this boss. Not really that much of a challenge. Trying not to get pinched on the side. Well, not great move selection on his part. We're gonna be at like 80 cents. Wait, we bought Tarot Cloth, right? So we're gonna be substantially above 80 cents now that I think about it. What's going on? Many fake pins. That's right. Huge. So our final deal with the angel. Never bucked that trend. HP upgrade could be worse. I just wanted to check really quickly. Tarot Cloth? Yeah, I see it. It's the one that looks like a weird hot dog. So we can go down to 24 cents, really. So we might as well buy one item, but I do not want it to be range. I don't want it to be that either. Sure. So we're gonna go Chaos. The reason we go Chaos... Could buy a bunch of Spirit Arts. The reason we go Chaos is because we could deal with the devil items right here. Honestly, Bloody Lust is pretty tempting. I think I could make that one work. Mini Mush actually lowers your range as Azazel. I know. It shocked me as well. Holy Mantle protects us from getting hit once. At this point, not really what we need. I know I'm like looking at Jesus Juice, and we're spending a lot of money on rerolls, but I don't know. It didn't seem right for me there. I will buy this, just see if we can raise our rate of fire. We can't. 9 lives is very bad right now. With Battery Baby, I think this is where we stay. You know, we could buy more items, but none of them seemed that useful for me, so I guess we'll try to split hairs here and hopefully come away with a victory. But with no explosion immunity, we are fighting a boss who's going to be a real pain in the butt. I think we will probably lose. But, you know, that's, you know, one of the reasons I picked up this orbital. We are waiting on... Man, I can't believe he hit me from there. We are waiting on a battery baby to show up. Hopefully. It did. I gotta be honest, this one's not inspiring a whole lot of confidence right now. We're screwed. I'm not throwing. Like, I'm toughing this one out. I'm giving it my all. But this will go down as a loss in all likelihood. It's range, really. I can't hit him without being at risk myself. Mind you, our damage has gotten pretty good. I don't know, if we could somehow... We have no means with which to generate red hearts is part of the problem. Even if we had, like, Bloody Penny, we would have a chance here. I might even say that we have the win, but this, as of right now, this probably would not have even won greed mode. Yeah, that was really bad. Well, we tried. We failed. The lesson, of course, is never try. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. We'll be back with another greedy run with another character soon, but if you enjoyed this one, helps out a great deal. Of course, follow me on Twitch as well to be notified when I do live content in the future. Twitch.tv/Northernlion. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya! Boop, boop.